5 o'clock in the morning. We are at Seattle SeaTac, and we are going to
find coffee.
Oh, yes, find coffee. That's number one. We are flying to Texas, going to the MA Quarter Horses. Super excited about that. Our gate's down there, by the way. It's not here. Means we have to keep walking. That's what that means.
There's a Starbucks.
Right? Starbucks?
I sniffed it out.
Well, we made it here to Texas. We are taking just a short trip here to Texas. We are here for a very important reason. We are going to pick out a new horse for Katie. Are you excited, Katie?
I'm thrilled.
So we are going, Grace and I are coming out here, and we're going to one of our favorite places. We have two really favorite places that we pick from, MA Quarter Horses, and out in Rochester, Texas. And we wanted to kind of take you guys along and see the ranch and some of the horses here. They have some beautiful horses. There's also another ranch in Virginia that we pick from, and that's Foggy Springs Farm. They didn't have any colts that we were looking for, but so we wanted to come out here and see if we can find some. Hopefully we'll be there soon, and let's pick out a good horse, and let's kind of take you guys through some of the process of what we're looking for.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head is me and you. Both speeding, my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna face it, cause it only does this with you.
Alright guys, so I'm going to show you a little bit around these horses now. I have to apologize right now. It is extremely windy. In fact, I had to come over by the car here just to kind of get away from some of this wind, because the wind is just so bad. I can't really talk to you guys through it. You're just not going to be able to hear me. So I'm going to kind of show you all these horses here. I wanted to kind of go through some of the process. I think what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit later about what it is that we're looking for, but let's go ahead and show you them.
I've never really been the one who's worried, always been the one who's keeping it cool, the kind of guy who chill while others hurry. I didn't know that I've been the fool. I've been telling lies about something real, but I know love is based on honesty. Kept thinking how real love should feel, knowing that it's not just you, it's me, cause I was made to be free. I am made to be free. I am made to be free.
Alright, so we're back out here now. I'm going to try to do this with the wind. The wind is terrible. I don't even know if this footage is going to be good or not, but we wanted to kind of talk about what to look for when you're trying to pick out your next horse. Now, of course, it's always your common goal, what you're trying to achieve when you're trying to purchase a horse is going to make the difference with each one that you pick. But here's some couple of things that I like to look for and a couple of tips that maybe will help you. First off is all about personality. Do you want a high-spirited one, or do you want one that's a little more laid back and subdued? And then it comes movement. What kind of movement are you looking for? I personally am always looking for a horse that is one that has very flowing movement, one that extends themselves out and is light on their front end. Because if they're light on their front end, they can really have the nice soft kind of lope or canter to them. They can go with whatever speed, whether it be slow or fast, and it really just makes them a lot easier to work with. And it also makes it where you know, they're not front end heavy and not over themselves. And I think that's really, really important here, is making sure that these horses are balanced naturally long before you actually go to ride them. So if you already have one that's headed downhill, now mind you, young horses are going to be headed downhill a little bit because that's how they grow. They grow with their butt first, and then their front end. You know, you do need to make sure that you kind of pay attention to that, but ones that are naturally balanced are going to make your job a lot easier. So when you're looking though for personality, you want to really look at their eye and their demeanor, and even like in a herd of horses like this here. Okay, let me kind of show you here. All right, so let's take a look at the horses here. Now these horses might not be, you know, conditioned to humans necessarily always touching them, just because of the way this breeding facility works out. It's not that, you know, they don't ever see human interaction, but it's very minimal. So, you know, these horses might not be conditioned for us to really go up and, you know, touch them per se. That doesn't mean that they're a bad horse. What it basically means is they have to be conditioned to it, right? So as we start to look for the right horse, what we need to kind of see is who's going to be more inquisitive, who's going to be maybe more on the stubborn side, or who's going to maybe be a little bit more flighty or nervous about it. So here we have a horse that Katie's kind of, you know, touching and playing with right now, and this horse is being very inquisitive. If you look at the horse's eye, you have a very inquisitive horse wanting to kind of find out and figure out what is kind of going on here. You've got a couple horses around like this that, you know, they're trying to figure out humans, right? So those are all really good signs. But then that doesn't mean like this horse right here is a bad one because he doesn't want to be touched. But if you watch his eye, even when we approach him, even if he walks away, right, you can see maybe he's got a little bit of attitude that might creep up, but he's not paranoid or upset about us. He just doesn't want to be bothered. That doesn't, again, mean that he's a bad horse. What it basically means is that he's just not 100% conditioned to humans coming up and touching him, okay? So really watch the eye, but if you come to one and their eyes really start to bulge out of their head, you know, as you approach, oh, we're having some fun here. If you have ones that start to bulge out of their head during the time frame that you come up, that might be one that's going to show you that they might have a little bit more of a spooky personality, and it just kind of tells you what is going to possibly come into the future. So you do need to kind of look at that. Watch their eyes. Their eyes say everything. Look at this one as we approach. Okay, his eyes a little bit wider here. He's uncertain as we come up. Okay, and see, as I start to put my hand out, he's staying here, but he's a little uncertain about the whole thing. Now, there he's starting to become inquisitive, so we start to kind of watch his process. And as he starts to be comfortable with us, the eyes, let's watch the eyes here. As the eyes start to settle and calm a little bit as he becomes more comfortable. That's great. And we've got some others being a little inquisitive here. Good. But you see here, though, like his eye's not fully calming down 100%, so it still shows a little bit of uncertainty and that he's not calming down right away. As he starts to become more inquisitive, it might calm there and starting to soften a little bit more. There we go. So really watching the eye is what's going to kind of help you make your best pick. That's what's going to help you determine what kind of personality, whether they're a little spooky or they're more on either the stubborn side or just more laid back overall. So I hope this kind of helped you with that, you know, with what you're looking for personality wise. Again, for the movement, it's all dependent upon what it is your goals, or what your goals are and what you're trying to achieve. For me, I just think any discipline, the more flowing a horse is, the prettier they are. So I always look at that flowing movement. Anyway, let's show you the horse that Katie picked out, by the way. Oh, there he is. He's asleep. Oh, there he is. Number 50. You're coming home. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell to be notified every time that we have new content uploaded. Thanks for watching, guys.
'Cause I was made to be